Water. It is all around us. 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water. But only 2.5% of this is fresh water, making it a precious resource. In South Africa, over 60% of our fresh water is used for agriculture, and as our populations grow, this resource comes under greater pressure.
South Africa is a water-scarce country, and the quality of our water is increasingly threatened by decaying water infrastructure, industrial and agricultural activity. Because the majority of our water resources are used in farming irrigation, it is incredibly important that protection and good management of water happens on every farm across the country.
Christine Colvin is a senior manager at WWF. The organization has 4 main programs linked to fresh water, and Christine oversees these.
Tell me about WWF's involvement in managing our country's freshwater resources.
We get involved with a lot of different partners, acknowledging that the challenges that we face in South Africa for sustainable water use are really huge. The Water Stewardship Project is a way to really get everybody involved in looking after water resources. Our agriculture depends on sustainable water supplies, and if those dry up, the jobs that are created through agriculture also dry up with them. If we look after our water resources and keep agriculture working, then we're keeping all of those people in sustainable employment.
As an environmentally conscious business, Woolworths worked together with WWF and Marks & Spencer as part of the project which identified the Western Cape as a key risk hotspot.
Sourcing over 90% of their produce locally, Woolworths are committed to working with their farmers to ensure that they are as sustainable as possible. Justin Smith, head of sustainability at Woolworths, is proud of the progress made so far. Justin, why is water management so important to Woolworths?
Water is important to every South African company, but for a food and clothing retailer like ourselves who wants to continue to sell food to our customers, it's absolutely crucial because it's really one of the biggest inputs in the food production process. That's why collaboration, working on projects with a range of different stakeholders, from NGOs, businesses, our suppliers, government, etc., is really the only way we're going to make any difference in dealing with water issues. Our Farming for the Future program really focuses a lot on water, so we've got to try and manage the whole catchment and try and get everybody involved in terms of the water quality and the use of water. With these farmers in the Ceres area, they were identified because of the water risk in this area, but they're actually between 3 and 10 times more efficient than the global average in terms of the water used for each particular fruit that they produce. So they're incredibly efficient farmers working in a water scarce area, and we need to work with them and support them to continue that sourcing going forward.
So exactly how successful have farmers in the Western Cape been in managing their water footprint? Well, a recent study compared the water footprint for the production of local fruit in the Western Cape with the global average, and there were some impressive results.
When growing peaches, local farmers have a water footprint less than half the global average. And for plum production, it's a staggering 10 times lower than the global average. These farmers are setting a great example. Much can be achieved with correct water management practices.
Lissow Farm in Ceres is one of the farms involved in the Water Stewardship program. They supply both M&S and Woolworths with export quality fruit, and Dani Viljoen is the production manager on the farm. Dani, hoe belangrik is behoorlike waterbestuur op 'n plaas soos hierdie, waar water baie skaars is en natuurlik in die somer wanneer jy oes?
Kyk, dis die belangrikste. Dis waarom alles draai. Die hoeveelheid wat ons in die dam kry is wat ons het om te doen, en dis 'n leefstyl, dis wat ons doen elke dag. Kyk, natuurlik die basies is gewoonlik daar, soos pompe en krane, en dan sit jy hier en daar sit jy elektroniese kleppe by wat die krane oop en toe maak, en dan het jy natuurlik sagteware op 'n rekenaar wat dan besluit wanneer dit moet loop. En natuurlik ook dan slimfone en jou iPad met apps wat jy op het en die remote desktop wat jy goed kan lees.
Julle gebruik ook 'n spuit.
Wat die cowling hy koel eintlik die boom af en die vrug, hy beskerm. Dis soos 'n sonblok wat jy op jou smeer en jy beskerm net eintlik die boom. So ons probeer al die stres simptome op die boom probeer ons minder te maak, te elimineer.
One of the challenges that many farmers face is the infestation of alien vegetation. In the Western Cape specifically, these plants can suck up almost 7% of the annual water runoff. This is one of the highest losses when compared to other catchment areas. It is therefore important to implement extensive alien clearing. Pagamani Buthelezi is the CEO of the Brede Gouritz Catchment Management Agency, which is one of the key catchment areas in the Western Cape region.
Now, the full name of the BGCMA is quite a mouthful. What does the agency do?
Here in the Western Cape, we are the first catchment management agency responsible for the Brede Gouritz water management area. The primary focus is to manage water resources because most of our farmers, they export their produce to the international world. Therefore, indirectly sustains our economy and indirectly create jobs. Let all those who've got a direct interest or indirect interest be responsible for the management of water.
It is so important that we change the way we use our most valuable resource, water. By doing so, we not only ensure the sustainability of the agricultural sector, but we also guarantee that we have plenty of good quality water for generations to come. So it's fantastic to see local and international retailers, farmers, NGOs, the CSIR and the Catchment Management Agency all working together here.